Hey, how's it going? Today is 17th of March, Sunday, and we are taking a look at the market, what kind of opportunities we can find, right? Just some of the press releases that I'm reviewing. Let's see, we can have a little bit of fun. The entire process can be very boring, to be honest. But either way, let's try to have a little bit of fun while we're doing it. In the studio, let's take a look at British investors targeted in first government advertising push for scale up boost. Interesting. I don't know if or what they are looking to achieve, right? So if anything, I would highly recommend for government to focus on education, financial education. That's what's important here. That's what's important, not necessarily investing on the relocation of capital, perhaps increasing people's education. Something that was highlighted during parliamentary hearing that it's not necessarily have time to do it based on how much current schedule is being occupied with other things, learning about other things for younger individuals other than educational finances. What I personally believe would be more important than, but either way, I'm kind of angry, I guess. But either way, so even myself, I'm taking courses, right? Some of those courses within the UK, we're taking a look at how to invest, how into businesses, how to structure all these kind of things. And sometimes there might be some organizations that would come from US into UK and carry out some of those courses, right? And they can't find enough people within UK who understand investment. They cannot find it. They can only potentially teach people on process investing in real estate only or property only within UK. That's it, compared to US. So that's a market research, right? Once that been said, let's take a look at this article and what the British government is looking at when it comes to investment, right? New campaign aimed to drive up investment opportunities and scale ups was launched by Technology Secretary today. It's important that this process and entire sector is very important, right? Because it's important, perhaps it's been highlighted previously by others. I can touch on that as well. Education, and from education, perhaps helping people making better decisions first once they have education. From there, let's show and or teach people how to invest money, right? And or point to the project and say, "Oh, that's a very good project by the government, right?" Well, let's give more credit. Perhaps government is doing something right. Some of the bullet points that we're going to take a look at that would be a new push to get investors to back science and tech or risk missing out on the huge returns. This is what other governments are doing. It's not bad that the UK is doing it as well, right? Focus on growth ready scale ups. The science and tech is our superpower. Campaign aims to raise the profile of British companies to investors to boost their growth and create jobs across the country. And the last one that I did at the lunch, Tech Secretary stressed that investors are missing out on the Great British investment opportunities and encourages them to look closer to home and or supercharge growth, right? Even if I'm taking a look at places like Hong Kong, right? So that's a market. That's why markets why I'm interested in. But it's good that the similar opportunities are within the UK as well. A new campaign aimed to drive up investment opportunities in scale also was launched by the technology secretary today. So okay, get that they're doing something right. How many technology companies do you know in the UK? Let's ask this question. Do you, any of people? How many technology companies? Perhaps there are somewhere hundreds. Okay. From there, let's progress into with podcast adverts, billboards, and more showing up science and technology scale ups for British investment hubs. Perhaps there should be more companies. Perhaps. most of the time, perhaps it's better to sell this company to other governments. So perhaps there was a lot of companies that was built within UK. Based on my limited research, there was so many companies built and later sold to other governments. That's what founder of the company is looking for, cash out, right? But either way, the Science and Technology Superpower Power campaign aims to make sure science and technology firms in the UK that are already for growth can access the funding they need from the UK to boost long-term economic growth and or create jobs, while the UK continues to outpace the rest of Europe in raising venture capital funds, securing more than France and Germany. Last year saw a substantial drop in investment globally in the UK, which particularly impacted science and technology scale-ups, right? So it was great. It's not necessarily performing that well as of now, right? But either way, perhaps the market is uncertain. But either way, British has produced 152 unicorns, so to say, right? All companies value at over 1 billion, which is more than France, Germany, Sweden put together. Okay. These companies, including, there's the names there, let's skip those, push forward global innovation and range of areas and grow the economy, right? I think as of now, that's a process, right? You build it, it works, and you sell it. Might as well, right? But without venture capital funding, the next generation of UK unicorns may be forced to look broad abroad for funding and or even more away from the UK or risk placing a cap on the growth while hinders innovation and puts lid on the new jobs in the UK. While British leadership in fintech, AI, life science is well recognized by investors domestically and around the world, but emerging strengths in deep tech are yet to receive the same support and recognition. I don't know, perhaps myself, I have my personal biases, right? So the entire information I will share entire article for other people, but I have my own personal bias, right? So when it comes to scaling some of the projects and some of the obstacles, and government perhaps should create those opportunities, right? So now government is looking to encourage. Okay, so encouraging. Perhaps government should create. If government is looking for feedback, I can offer so many forms to fill in what kind of feedback and what kind of actions government should take, only then encouraging people or businesses and business founders, right, in doing all of this hard work and later forced to be selling that company, right? While within this article we're not addressing why there are more than likely we're gonna be less finances. Why would that be? And not the issue of the people but issue of the government, and now other people would be considering issue of the government, looking at other governments and building projects within other governments. So who else if not technology secretary should be taking a look at the sector and saying, okay, what we as a government should be doing differently? Perhaps that's worth taking a look at. So that's a person who should be. Now we need to reach out to this person and have a conversation with this person while this person is looking to encourage everyone. Then you push to promote private sector investment in high growth companies comes after councillors. There's named the House reforms, which are unlocking up to 75 billion for high growth businesses like high or tech. Profitable, so I thought it would be a high value markets, but either way, that would be perhaps considered as tech startups, underpinned by the commitment from UK pension funds and or venture capital community to work towards drive even more finance into scale ups. Perhaps targeting investors in the key financial hubs across the country in cities such as London, Birmingham, Edinburgh, Belfast, and or Cardiff. Right, campaigning will run on billboard, straightening place 200 meters with the investors' offices and on key community roads. Okay, I don't know. would that be classified as a roadshow, right? So I think that's a term popularized in general public. So we're gonna do a roadshow. I don't know. I don't know. The people are just having fun. The market push will show of region clusters of innovation excellence from the across UK, including spin-out companies that were start from the research and or leading to universities. And they will be looking to define the different clusters, right? I don't know. Perhaps that to do for some. I'm not looking to promote that. I don't know if that's correct actions that needed to be taken. I think the entire plan should be rethink about how we can offer more stability and security where they not politically stable government, how we can offer that. If you would ask me, that would be more important than the roadshow that they something that they are looking at. In this article, I don't know if it's worth a read. They would be taking a look at very particular projects, right? Which might be important, right? Very particular projects. Myself, I don't know these projects, and I'm not looking to promote any particular projects, right? But that might be perhaps the process, and I don't know, the government is doing something, right? And if you're going too much into detail, I think it's not what I'm looking at of now, but perhaps that for others, right? Very particular information about some of the projects and our processes, what the government is doing to help these projects, right? When it comes to driving additional investment, right? Every time when I reach out to you, or perhaps others reaching out to the government for assistance, there's nothing there. So that's perhaps that's an area. If you would ask me, that's an area needs to be addressed. Once that area has been addressed, now we're looking to promote perhaps a handful of businesses. Perhaps it might be worth taking a look at what government is looking to do, right? Some of the statistics. Let's briefly take a look at those, right? So that would be some of those numbers and overall government's investment, right? The key commitment and growth. Autumn 2023, UK government announced comprehensive set of initiatives to maintain our place at the cutting edge of science, innovation, and technology advancement. This includes 750 million, if that's a lot, in 2023-24 for new transformation research and development, right? While they're taking a look at unicorns, something of value of billion and more, right? So that's a value of some of those companies. But either way, the full details of the passion of commitment to research and development are outlined in the science and technology framework, which includes investment in research and development, 20 billion per year by 2024-25. Okay, that might be more of the importance, I guess. And there are some data and or ranking, right, and comparison against other governments. I don't know. I don't know. So I'm not taking part in promoting. If anything, I hope people can think for themselves, and government's initiative should be more spending more on education, if you would ask me, when it comes to finances, and or bringing more of the public understanding how finances would work. Rather closes the video on that. And then people can invest in different businesses. The government don't need to take part in any of that. People can invest, prosper as a society. People that understand how finances would work. People can, with education, proper education, invest in more of the businesses within UK. That's what I would like to see. Let's close on that. Thanks for watching. See you next one.